race, doesn't he, with Kimi? So he's just got to do the same thing. You know, he's got to be the aggressor. It's very tricky. It's a difficult situation for Lando and Oscar. They're both fighting for their first world championship. So it's very easy to tense up in that scenario. You don't know if the next one's going to come next year or what. So every race for them is a tense situation. But I want to see Lando relax. I want to see the best of him because when we do, he's exceptional. And I think the aggressor needs to lead him into one.
His 19.
Simon, yes, gentlemen, start your engines.
Miracle.
Weather update. There's a little letterbox just over the track where it's not raining. Miami South Beach, it's chucking it down. Thunderstorms over Fort Lauderdale to the north. We've escaped the rain for the time being. Story of the weekend, as you've been saying, this fight between McLaren and Red Bull continues.
When the rain is there, it's fucking good racing, man. Now it's not.
A good space where he can dominate qualifying.
It's just better racing. I don't know for the drivers.
For Jeddah revenge today, but Lando
some like it, some don't. Yeah, I know I'd like it.
With his teammate Oscar Piastri.
I know I'm testing myself.
It's a one-stop strategy. You can start on the medium or the hard. All three tyre compounds are the softest three in the range, so it doesn't make much of a difference. 57 laps. If you do start on the medium tyre, laps 19 to 25. Put the hard tyre on, you go to the end. Start on the hard tyre on. Your lap window for pitting is laps 32 to 38. So watch out for mid-grid cars trying that strategy. Put the medium tyre and go to the end. David Croft in the commentary box. You're at least going to stay dry. But the FIA have put out some interesting provisions if the thunderstorms do hit us.
Yeah, if there's lightning in the area, that could be as much as 8 miles away from here at the track at the Hard Rock Stadium, then a lightning warning could be given. If that happens, then the grandstands will need clearing. Everyone will have to go to the prescribed shelters, and there are plenty of them here at the track. And the race will be red flagged, and what will happen is the cars will come into the pit lane, and then they will be pushed into their garages, and the teams will wait it out until it's safe to come back out again, and there is no lightning in this area. Fingers crossed that we don't have that. What we have got is a third pole of the season for Max Verstappen, and the second in consecutive years here in Miami. And for the second time in 2025, he lines up alongside Lando Norris on the front row. On this day in 1969, Frank Williams entered his first team at the Spanish Grand Prix. On this day, Williams have got 2 cars in the top 7 for the first time in 2025. And once again, the pole margin this weekend was so close. For the 5th time in 6 races this season, less than 84 milliseconds. And there was only 3 milliseconds away from Kimi Antonelli becoming the youngest front row sitter at a Grand Prix. So maybe some comfort for him.
They had like a Lego race too. Built 10 cars from 10 teams.
In P4 for the first time this season outside the top 3. George Russell in the other Mercedes.
Imagine. You're gonna have to like look it up. I didn't I videotaped it. Ooh. I pay for that because I pay for cable.
Show you the weather radar whilst Lewis Hamilton makes his way around the track, and we are right in the centre of that.
And it's Lego cars.
And below, a huge amount of rain, and there are some damp patches on the track underneath the bridges. And not long to go, about 35 minutes till it's lights out and away we flamingo.
35 minutes.
Lovely stuff, Crofto. Yes.
Oh.
Big fans of flamingos. Are only allowed to get our flamingos out once a year, so why not do it here?
3:26, yeah,
Take a short break. The cars
24
are out
minutes.
there, and Martin is preparing himself for his crew. That's
the
next,
good
don't go
one.
anywhere.
Commercial. We're not shooting this.